So, as we were discussing the tuples in the last session, so one more point, as I told you that tuples are immutable. Immutable means the values are unchangeable. So I tried to change the value at the zero index. I want to change 15 in place of 5. I want to change it. Okay, but I was unable to do this. That moment I was getting this type error, so I kept this as hash under comment section. So tuples can't be changeable, but if you feel that if it is a if you convert this, if you want to make it as a list, so now your tuple become list by simply keeping your square brackets. Now it is a list. Okay, this is what now list. Okay, in place of tuple, by type function I found that this is what list. So list, I can replace the value in the list. Means lists are, in the previous session we tried to understand, lists are mutable, means the values can be changed. Now remove this hash. Now the 15 will be replaced, the 5 will be replaced with the 15. So now 5 will be replaced. This is the initial that is what your list. After that the 5 value replaced with the 15. Okay, so now this is x. After that print x you requested, so the list is printed as it is. After that you have used a type function to know that which is, whether it is list or tuple. It is list. Okay, clearly we are getting this result. After that I tried to change the value 15 5 with the 15 at 0 index. So now 5 is replaced. So as per my statement, lists can be mutable. Lists can be mutable. Mutable means changeable. List can be changeable, but tuples can't be changeable, means tuples are unchangeable. So that is the one thing I want to clarify that. Now remove this square bracket. Now it becomes what, your tuple. Now it is what, tuple. So why it is giving error? You want to change the 5 value of tuple with the 15 at 0 index. So it is giving error. Okay, why? Because tuples are unchangeable. So that's why it is giving error. So keep this under comment section. This line of code keep under comment section. Okay, now this is okay. What is the problem here? Tuple object doesn't support item assignment. So already I have mentioned, that is what. Okay, now as it is, your tuple is here. After that, if you want to, in list we have used append method. Append method to add something. Okay, so if it is list, so let us see. First of all, we will try for append anything, add anything with the tuple. So what is our tuple name? X dot append bracket. What do you want to append? I want to append 4. 4 means a 4 value will be append to at the end of this tuple, but tuples are unchangeable. So if you want to add, so it will give error, attribute error. Attribute error means tuple object has no attribute. As I told you that tuple, list and sets, dictionary, they will be considered as objects. So the tuple object has no attribute. Append, no any attribute is here, append. Okay, now whenever you change this as list, so surely this we can append the 4 value to this list. Let us see. So this is list. Now you have added 4 So you want to get print out, print bracket x. X is your, now it is a list. So now what happened, the 4 is added at the end of the list. At the end of, this is the list end last value, that is at last index, that is 5. After that 4 is added by append. But list, in list append means append method will be used to add values at the end of the index. If it is list, it is okay. It is, lists are mutable. Mutable lists are mutable. Mutable means changeable, but tuples are unchangeable. So if you change this as a tuple, I told you that tuple can be represented either by keeping of brackets, otherwise if you will not keep any bracket, okay, it is, now it is okay. Attribute, a tuple object has no attribute because this is, it becomes x variable holding different variables, and whenever I have kept the square brackets, so it becomes what, tuple. But tuple has no any attribute append method. So now you keep this also under comment section. Okay, now whenever you run this, so as it is, your tuple is here. I told you that either you keep the bracket, square bracket, no issue, still your tuple will be executed. So that is the difference between mutable and immutable of the tuples. Now next point I want to discuss, that is what, you know, next, then after tuple with a single value, tuple with a single value, okay, then we need to give comma, okay, otherwise Python interpreter will not understand that as a tuple. Suppose Rama is a variable which is holding a student, okay, student is a variable which is having the values like what, you know, string type, that is what Vasu is a string. After that, if you want to store only one value as a tuple, you need to give the comma, otherwise, okay. Now if you want to print it, print student, okay, that is what, after that print type of student, you want to know that type of the student, it will clearly mention that it is a tuple, okay, that is what tuple, okay. The student variable is a tuple, understand. Whenever you remove this comma, this Python interpreter understand that student is a variable which holds string, it is a string, okay, that is class string. Class string means even though this variable, the string is also an object, so that object string, student is a variable which holds also string. Now that string is a variable, that is an object. How do you say that this is an object? If you anybody have the doubt, I can do one thing, you can do miracles, okay. Now do print, okay, bracket student, whenever you keep dot, so you will get all these methods. So student is an object, okay. So means this Vasu is a string, that is an object, so that is, that object is being accessed with the methods. What the method we want to, I want to use here the method upper, okay, upper method. So what do you mean of this? Now see what happened here. So that Vasu small case letters converted into uppercase letters means, as per this string, this Vasu, it's an object, that is a string object, okay. So once object is there, that is a part of a class, okay.